Good evening, everyone. I'm Todd standing from Discovering Bigfoot. Very happy to be doing a live show with you all today. Um, lots of stuff going on. Just in case you don't know, I've been working hard to get at this right now. Um, the weather out here is it's been excellent. There's a lot of abundance. Hey, wild beast stampede, how's it going? And I'm looking forward to getting out there on expeditions and get some amazing research going on, some new technology that I'm going to be implementing. And nice to meet you too. And I'm looking forward to some awesome questions. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm as you'll see today, I'm really sick and just lots of crazy stuff going on in my life. But I always love doing these live shows with you guys. And believe me, I'm moving forward as fast as a human being could move forward with this research and the work that we're doing. So, hey Frank, nice to see you show up. So, Northern Idaho, Sasquatch. I bet you have some good questions for me. I'd love to see what you have going on there too. Idaho is such a fantastic place for Sasquatch. It's strangely, I don't know if people know this, but Idaho actually has a little sliver that goes right up to the top of Canada. It's kind of strangely marked out, but yeah, they have salmon elk that the Sasquatch chase around. And what I mean by that is I've only ever there's the brown elk that I know. Apparently, there's some red elk that they have on weird spots in Vancouver Island, so I haven't seen Sasquatch chasing them around. When you have red elk like that, I think the terrain is so different that the Sasquatch. I just don't know enough about it. I'm assuming the Sasquatch would eat them too, but there's a Sasquatch troop following different herds of them around. So, oh my God, lots of stuff going on. Hey, I'm a real believer here. I'm a black man. That's awesome, James Smith. I guess I'm a white man. um, I don't really. We're pretty. Yeah, we just. I know there's a lot of equality and weird stuff going on in different spots of the world, but out here, people are just people out here. Just so we're clear on that, people are people out here, and if people aren't treated as people, people like. So if I get kicked out, I apologize. Just pretend like it's a commercial break or something. Um, hey James Smith, how are you? What do you think it's going to take to get the species acknowledged? Oh my God, Northern Idaho. Hey, hi Amanda and Danielle. Fantastic, you two are here. Those ladies are helping and volunteer. What's it going to take to get the species acknowledged? Oh gosh. Well, for sure they'll be acknowledged if we come in with a body, right? But it's really ridiculous what it's taken. The fact that Jeff Meldrum had the feet recognized as footprints from a living indigenous species, and then we have DNA, and they had the Skywalker gibbon accepted as discovered just with DNA. There's a conspiracy going on. There really is. I mean, I hate to say it. My mentor and good friend, the late great John Benernagel, always told me, and something I always agreed with, is you don't take something that's paranormal and add a conspiracy to it, you're going to lose even more credibility. All the stuff going on, all the things I've seen, it's just clearly being covered up. And there's probably money reasons for that, and I don't know. But I don't like to get into it too much. But just between us, podcasts that know about me, guys, there's a cover up going on. They're not admitting the existence of the species, and there's way too much evidence. And the way even this is something you have to be aware of. This is so important. All fish and wildlife everywhere will never say Sasquatch aren't real. They always just simply say no comment. And that right there it's conspiracy time, guys. There's no they know that if they said Sasquatch isn't real, I could sue them. And they won't say that. And the reason they won't say that is because they know it is real. And somebody in Fish and Wildlife somewhere would have the balls to stand up and say the Sasquatch aren't real and Todd Stanning's crazy. But they won't, because they know I have evidence that can prove it exists. And they've been doing this for a long time. They've been denying the existence by just simply saying no comment. And they'll say no comment to unicorns. They'll say no comment to, or they'll say unicorns don't exist. They'll say, Loch Ness or Ogopogo doesn't exist, but they will not say that Sasquatch don't exist. They simply say no comment. So, Brian Tyler, not responding, but I'm spotting of the Sasquatch in Appalachian Mountains near Caesar's Head and John's Gap. Well, that's awesome, Brian. I mean, you should go to the forum and talk about that on my website. We have a wonderful forum on the website, and if you need help with your, if you're looking for people to help, help out and talk to you about your research, you definitely go there. Whew. Throat's killing me. I got that sexy raspy voice though, right? Oops, knocked my glasses off. Hilarious. Got a bit of a fever too. Why is Bigfoot so territorial, James Smith? I actually wouldn't call them territorial, but they have a homeland, right? And let me ask you this, James Smith. If you had a family and you hunted in the area you live in, you need to survive, like the deer and the berries and the food sources is there for your family to survive. Wouldn't you want to defend it? And it's yours, and it's been yours. But even with that being said, what do you mean by territorial too, right? I don't really I hear a little bit about Sasquatch, trying to scare people off and stuff, but that's communication to me, because humans are such a bunch of dumbasses. People will see a Sasquatch and get it in their head that they saw a bear or ridiculous notions like that. So, Donna Spencer, what to do and what not to do when in the great outdoors. Well, that's cool. I'm so willing to learn. I always love new perspectives. I have tremendous experience and knowledge in the wilderness, but there's always new things to learn. I'm a student of the wilderness, that's most assured. So thanks, Michelle, for the get well soon thing. When's the next expedition? I'm doing expeditions all the time now, Jay. So Jay Marsh says, when's the next expedition? Expeditions are going hard from July to October of this year. And I'm out just getting my stuff organized and putting things together. If you want to come on expedition with me, I'm sure Amanda or Danielle will put up the link to the expedition page. I'm sorry, it's not cutting out on this end. Crappy. Conspiracy theories. I wish you show one actual video. The ones I saw look believable. Yeah, videos are, go watch my movie and look at my YouTube channel. There's tons of videos there. Hey, Todd's House Things. Here, zanging people, Sasquatch in the Everglades. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Zapping. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Awareness, Todd, is what I've been teaching. Awareness, yeah. Isn't that strange, Donna, that there's no awareness of Sasquatch? I don't know. It just, yeah, I guess, but obviously they don't nobody, scientists say the species doesn't exist, so of course there is no awareness. It's just, it's such a freaking tragedy, and pop culture thinks that we're crazy, and yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird area. It's so strange that the Sasquatch are out there and people just won't believe it. And it doesn't matter how much video evidence I get and the DNA. I don't know how many people I take out and show and what people I get on board, from Jeff Belgium to Survivor Man. I don't know. Liz asked, do you think Sasquatch eat evergreen needles in winter? No, I don't think so. They could, though. I could be wrong. I said that once. You probably maybe even quoting something I said. They could be eating pine needles, and because there is some nutrition in them, but I highly doubt it. And I haven't. Yeah, I just highly doubt it. I think that Liz, I think they just kill a bunch of elk and take them up to altitude, and the elk meat freezes, and they just eat that over the winter. Hello, Todd. Thanks again for all bringing the subject to life. The hard work you put into this, I'm impressed, to say the least. Thanks, Luke, for your nice things to say. Woo. My cough drop just ran out. Let me get it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. As you can see, I'm pretty sick, but I love doing these shows. Whew. Please be patient with me. Yeah, in Northern Idaho, talked to a forest ranger that outright said, yes, they're real. I collaborate with wildlife officers in Canada that know that Sasquatch are real. That's even part of the cover-up stuff that I know about. But I don't know who's really covering it up. Somebody is, and at what level? I mean, in Fish and Wildlife, the majority of wildlife officers and fishery officers and people that do that work, I think the vast majority of them think that, let's be honest, I think it's not. Anyways, just most people don't believe, and that includes Fish and Wildlife. And the higher ups have their orders and rules, and they're the ones. Somebody up there knows. Hi Todd, I heard elk bugling, then human loud, very odd screams. When I did my canoe expedition, there was also wolves howling sounds at night when I was in my tent. Yeah, and that's awesome, Rich. Just use that stuff. How would I put this? Use that information for your own, because sounds are just not even. I don't know. You can to be. It's just when I come back with video evidence and DNA, and people are like trying to show sounds. It's good evidence for you. You use it. You know what you heard, and beyond that, though, publicly, it's not going to bump the scientific community. Says I heard like garlic cloves this past weekend. I left some garlic cloves. Yeah, I never heard that, and yeah, I don't know. Good. I don't know what to say about that. So Sasquatch is real. Just look at the dermal ridges and the prints. Yeah, more. There's so much evidence, right, John Leland? Always talking about you and Sasquatches. I know you have proof. They say they want proof. You have so much video and pictures. I'm with you, Todd. Well, thanks, Carol. And everybody that's listening to this, the evidence that's in the documentary is your evidence. It's public evidence. That's why it's out there. So Northern Idaho Sasquatch says the missing link is still alive. That's why they can't find it. I really don't think Sasquatch are any kind of missing link at all. In fact, I don't really even understand that whole. I'm confused by the whole missing link. So there's Cephalsaurus. Do you use the same knocking stick every expedition? No, Beth. In fact, I don't really. I don't knock. I don't even have a knocking stick. I do that. My native teacher told me that's what the Sasquatch are doing. So. Jay Marshall, my son Braxton says hello, Braxton. I do research, and Jake and my Sasquatch troop are in the Kootenays, and in the Kootenays we have Kokanee beer, and their mascot was a Sasquatch, anyways. Mm-hmm. Don't be worried about me being sick. So, what did you find out about the DNA tests? Thanks, big fan. Well, the DNA just shows that. Most important thing about the DNA that I've seen is it's not, the Sasquatch DNA is not in between humans and chimpanzees. Fake the DNA of Sasquatch. I can't see how you could. I guess somebody could fake it. You can't say can't about anything these days. But the DNA of Sasquatch is an original genetic strain that's more hominid than human beings are. They're a more advanced hominid, if that makes sense, which actually makes total sense to me. Hey Todd, jump over to Jeff in the Wood on YouTube and check him out sometime with his research on Bigfoot and his fight. Jeff in the Wood. You don't mean Jeff Meldrum, because I talked to Jeff Meldrum. I've invited the biggest names in the world to come out on expedition with me this summer. So here's the announcement. Jeff Meldrum has been invited, and he wants to, and I've given him dates. Ian Redman has been invited, and he's been given dates, and Survivor Man has been invited. We haven't made any dates for Survivor Man, but so go to the website. Discoveries have tightened up and become very precise. I've been doing them for, 3 years now, and doing them with even more than that. I started doing expeditions all the way back in 2013, even with Survivor Man, right? So actually 2012, 2011, I started doing expeditions, but I got really good at it for Survivor Man. When I did the Survivor Man expeditions, they were amazing. And that was 2013, 2014. I also obviously did the expeditions with PhDs like John Benedeglo and Jeff Meldrum. And yeah, it's been amazing. So when you see one, there isn't any denying. Yeah, Steven, that's so true, right? That's what John Benedeglo said in a beautiful way. Everybody who sees a Sasquatch discovers it for himself or herself. And then after that, they get a lot of ridicule and discomfort, and they usually keep it to themselves, which sucks. Society's getting much better though. It's not as bad as it used to be. People are much more open minded now, obviously, I would say. So P Cool asked me, do you think it's possible that they live in vast cave systems? No, not likely. But you should know it's my theory. In the wintertime, they definitely get into caves and sit there. So I don't know. I don't think it's a vast cave system. Navajo Reserve near Arizona border up in the mountains. That's awesome, Gail. And and that's going to be like in the Navajo Reserve in Arizona, man, the terrain is completely different. It's like a whole new world. So you need Navajo trackers to do that stuff. And but yeah, isn't that crazy the way? Sorry about that commercial break. I really am extremely grateful for it. Yeah, so let's go. You rock, brother. Have any new videos? Oh, Kevin, everybody wants new videos. It's so hard. It's so much work. The reason I haven't really been getting much for new video footage recently is I've been doing expeditions with other people. And Joey asked Todd, was your footage real? Yes, it's real. But yeah, I've been doing expeditions not alone with colleagues. And that's significantly decreased my success for video footage. It's been more about taking people out and showing them a Sasquatch. Like with Survivor Man, it wasn't about me filming or seeing a Sasquatch. It's about him. Same thing in the documentary with Jeff Meldrum. There's a good chance if I would have been fighting for it, I'd have got a shot of that Sasquatch that he saw. But it wasn't about me seeing it. And if I'm out there pointing a camera around, you're decreasing the likelihood of an expeditioner seeing the Sasquatch. So that has been the priority. And a lot of expeditioners, most of the expeditioners I go out with, they don't even want to bring cameras, and they don't want me to bring a camera. They want to just visually see it for themselves. And when they see the Sasquatch, and then they walk over there and they see the tracks and the busted trees and the evidence substantiating what they just saw, they know that Sasquatch are real. And when 30% of expeditioners I take out see a Sasquatch, and 80% of expeditioners, approximately, I have a live interaction, and both are substantiated by breaks and tracks and all that stuff. I'm telling you, people believe. People really believe. So discovering there you go, Northern Idaho Sasquatch. Discovering Bigfoot Part 2 is queued and almost ready to get done. I want to make these announcements, but these freaking distributors and TV people, they're so goddamn wishy-washy, and they wait so long. I have lots of good potential things going on, but really it's like you're waiting to get money deposited into the bank, and it's up until that happens, you really just can't rely on these wishy-washy people. So, but I'll say it, Discovering Bigfoot Part 2, it's queued and it looks like it's good to go. So the people that distributed Part 1 are really want me to do Part 2. And yeah, they basically convinced me, and even more than Part 2. So there's a lot going on. There might be a couple films coming out, and looking for a trail buddy. Yeah, thanks. A trail, really? Oh yeah, people looking for a trail buddy. I thought Amanda meant trail buddy. Like I think there's a camera that you put out called a trail buddy, but no, somebody to go out there with. Yeah, if you're looking on missing, like Sasquatch abduction, Kevin. No, I don't do that because it's real and it happens. But I don't. I'm not trying to research Sasquatch that are hurting people. I don't. I'm not interested in that. I research Sasquatch that are interacting with me and positively working with me. So, yeah, I agree. Dr. Melcham is amazing. Such a wonderful man. I don't know if I'd believe this guy's people have a lot of problems. Okay. I don't know if I'd believe this guy's people have a lot of problems. Okay. Supporting Todd in his research, you can make a donation. That's right. And for goodness sake, people, I'm legitimately out there fighting for this discovery. My people are fighting for this discovery. The wheels are turning a little slower than I'd like to because of there's just so much crap going on in my life right now. But the wheels are turning and there is forward movement. I am talking to big people all the time. And if you want to immediately go to Sasquatch Research, and we are definitely moving forward. We have new equipment coming. new research parameters, new people getting involved, and it's amazing. I'm very excited. I, so Ash Kahidib says, I think we don't find their poop because they poop in water. I would actually, Ash. I think they bury their poop. So I've never seen any evidence to say they defecate in water, but sometimes they bury it, and sometimes but other times too. There's been 3 times I just found it right in an obvious spot. So yeah, and anyways, there's so many things. The wilderness is so vast. And when you have a rare species like a Sasquatch, to find their scat is really not going to be easy. I found a spot where I think they peed on a regular basis. It was by where a day watcher was. Excuse me. And I went to a particular area. It just stunk like Sasquatch so strongly. And I think the day watcher would come down and urinate in the same spot over and over. So Lindsay Bay says, I live in New England, and they're here for sure. That's awesome. If you want to find a hiking buddy or something, I think it's a wonderful idea to go to the website and find something like that. What did you normally eat in the day? What did you normally eat back in the day on your super long expeditions in the deep black country? Well, and that's so B Ash. That's a really good question. And I would eat super clean foods, so I would smell less, and so my bathroom experiences would smell less. And there were carrots that I ate. They're really low in smell. Apples that I would eat, and then I think one of my big secrets was sprouted wheat bread. It's just really heavy. Here in Canada, we call it squirrely bread, but it's sprouted wheat bread. It's this really rich bread that, like, 2 slices of it has as much nutrients and calories as like a whole loaf of bread. And I would put that in me, and it would just clean me right up. So no smelly meat sources for at least a few days, and just veg up and just use the whey protein, and I would get really clean. Well, I always eat really clean. Well, I mostly eat really clean, but when I'm traveling in weird places, I have to eat out crappy food, and I feel sick from it. But when I'm home, I eat really clean. We have really good food sources here. Do you think they can see in color, black and white? Yeah, both. But again, this stuff needs to be determined scientifically, and what I will say is their eyes glow in the dark. So I don't think gorillas or chimpanzees' eyes would glow like that. So they have nighttime ability to see, I think. So, hey Todd, great to see you. Hope all is well. Thank you, Painfold13. Lindsay Bay, I've seen tons of structures in the state forests. And isn't that awesome? There's deer leave rubs, bear leave claw marks, and Sasquatch leave structures. And when you see a good structure, that's in the middle of nowhere, I mean, I suppose you could always have to think that humans get an amazing. You got to be thinking Sasquatch. I don't know. And a lot of the structures I've seen are just not possibly made by humans. It's amazing. Ryan, check out his site and all his new findings on Bigfoot, says Gene Graham. Protected lands, Lindsay says. What do we got here? Jordan calls, hi Todd, love your work. I have a cabin in Princeton, BC, and have been doing some research in the area by Osprey Lake. I have osprey birds in my yard. I love the osprey. Have you ever been to this area before in Princeton? Well, no, but I mean, I've seen it on a map, and it's freaking ridiculously abundant, and I get people calling me from northern BC up all the time. I mean, that area's got to be just fat for Sasquatch, especially there's a lot of salmon runs that come up there. When you have big brown bears that are fat, and the bears are all fat from the abundance of salmon and berries and just wildlife up there, oh my God, Jordan, like, it's just crazy Sasquatch territory. I found when I get into really crazy remote areas where there's absolutely, like somewhere in Princeton, BC, you're going to have wilder Sasquatch that are going to be, I don't know, just wilder. And I don't want too wild. The Nordegg area, there's people around quite a bit. My Kootenai Sasquatch, I've got national parks all around, all over the place. And, Banff is in between, Yoho's in between Kootenai. And I just think there's a lot more potential in these areas for Sasquatch to be seeing people and curious about people, and that makes my research have greater potential, I think. Just a theory, please. What you really need is a group or individuals that are interested in interacting with you. So Hey Todd, how you doing? Sorry, found this so late. Hey, no worries, Daniel Walker. Friday live feeds also. Donna Ross, they're real. I agree. Jordan, of course they're real. King Valley, tell us more. Discovering Bigfoot. Yeah, Cephisaurus. Her funny name. That's my Amanda. She's mind you get ever. No, she's a huge assistance and help. I actually believe something came at me in the East Bridge one night in my backyard, 4 a.m. I never spoke on this, but it's in county out there. Some bipedal and large scared. That's awesome, Kevin. Ken Lewis, I thought I saw something a few days ago on the face FBI was releasing files on Bigfoot. Yeah, really, I'm the boots on the ground guy, so I just listen to what children and colleagues I trust say when it comes to theoretical stuff like that. And I think, please don't quote me on this, but I think Jeff has told me it was kind of not helpful stuff as of now. So really I have to focus. My is the distributors are telling me I have to get new footage. They're actually making me sign contracts saying I'm required to get new footage, and whatever, I'll do it. Um, I'll go fight for it. It's just not something that can be planned. These networks and TV stations and distributors, they want a storyline. I can't do a storyline. The storyline is whatever the Sasquatch do. So I don't know. I understand they require results, and it's frustrating the way I work, but I really do. What I do is real, and I can't script it because I don't know what the Sasquatch are going to do. And what I always tell them is, trust me. Or even, what? Let's write some stuff. I'll have a plan. I'm going to go kayaking. I'm going to skydive in. I'll do some rock climbing, and I'll go to this area. But and then I go to that area. I'll interact with Sasquatch, and I'll put that in there. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but whatever the Sasquatch do is always 10 times more entertaining than anything I could write because they're so amazing. All the videos out there of them watching the videos and crosses. Do you think that area stops others? I don't know what you mean, Carol. Do you think that's an area stops others? Yeah, I don't know. Why is there so much secrecy surrounding Bigfoot? What's the big deal? Yeah, Aussie boy, it's money is the big deal. Money, money, money. If you discovered a new primate species in a particular area, they would shut down logging and all mineral rights and all the oil and logging and gas and all the industries that make hundreds of millions of dollars would all be shut down, and it's money. So, and if you don't think that would happen, Aussie boy, I'm telling you that would happen. And yeah, people lose. I've seen like truck drivers that lost their jobs because the grizzly bears were thought that the grizzly bear population was thought to be in jeopardy. So they shut down logging and mining and mineral rights for like 4 years, and people were like lost their jobs and were starving with their families. They were pissed off about the grizzly bears. And that was, thanks, Frank. Yeah, part two will be really cool, I think. Is it possible that they have ancestry memory? P. Cool asked me. I wouldn't know. But absolutely. I think what you mean, like oral traditions and stories, absolutely. I've just seen real profound evidence to that. That they remember, they tell stories. They're highly intelligent species, guys. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, that's cool. It's good that you have a record that you phoned the police after you had your sighting. Hey, Todd. This is Tater Wayne. Hey, Wayne. How's it going? Everyone go check out In the Woods with Jeff. Okay, hello from Florida, guys. Hello, Gary Green from Florida. G'day. Oh, g'day with GI. Cool. Todd from South Australia. I love the Aussies. I always have so much to do with them. They're everywhere, aren't they, those Aussies? It's awesome. I love the Aussies. Well, they're a lot here. We have them all over our ski hills, and they're traveling all over the place. Do you, do you have joke footprints? Would love to buy one. You might mean Jeff's footprints. Yeah, Barb, I should start doing merchandise and stuff like that. I don't know, not yet. Just another thing that I have to get on. I think that'd be amazing though, getting those Sasquatch prints, those duplicate prints framed and put out for people. And even this amazing brass of Sasquatch, like look at the back. And there's I love artists so much. And there's lots of stuff. So I just, I got to prioritize and work on the expeditions and the research center and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to help again, please, please, it's, go make a donation through the website, discoveringbigfoot.org. What's the tallest Sasquatch you've seen? Hey, good question, Ken. And I don't, Kevin, 9'6", I think. It's so enormous. I even like to say it. I'm trying to be conservative, but I just know what I know, and that's absolutely huge. I agree. Frank Meldrum is amazing many times, and they're the most incredible trackers that ever lived. These guys are better trackers than the native people ever were. That's a bold statement. And you don't track a tracker like that. Believe me, Graham, there have been days where I'm like, I got a Sasquatch tracker and I'm following this to the end of the earth. And they smoke me and devastate me every single time. They outsmart me in 20 different ways. They're so amazing. It's unbelievable. I could tell you 20 different stories of how they've just, in the winter when there's snow on the ground, and they find ways to defeat you and obliterate you. They know their tracks are there, and they know how to evade, and they know you don't. They're literally, as I was saying before that interesting commercial break, the Sasquatch are absolute masters of tracking, like unreal, amazing masters. So when I go out in the wilderness, I mean, going in and trying to outtrack a Sasquatch is bringing a stick to a gunfight. They're just going to annihilate you. You have absolutely no hope. I'm an excellent tracker. It's very few people who can track as well as I can. I haven't seen it. And Sasquatch just outtracked me 10 times out of 10, and twice on Sunday. They're so amazing. That's why I really defer to them. They're my teachers, literally. So we have Yowies in Australia. Absolutely, Yowies, amazing, amazing stuff with the Aboriginal. How to find Bigfoot evidence in one day tip sheet. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Amanda. So hey everyone, good job, guys. Love the statue. Yeah, the statue's cool, isn't it? I live in Tacoma. Jeff's doing a kind of Bigfoot lectures around me anytime soon. Yeah, I don't know, Ruben. Um, how would you even? Jeff should have a website and stuff, shouldn't he? Where he lists that stuff because he's a really busy guy. He's doing a lot. Well, if you just should be able to follow him on his Facebook. He puts that stuff up, but that's how you would do it. Is on his Facebook page. He puts up stuff, so that's how you keep up with him. Streams of harmonics. Oh yeah, how did I not even think of the Bears? Good golly, thank you. You're welcome, Samara, the artist. Wayne, tell us more. Awesome. Yeah, go tell us more on the Discovering Bigfoot website. Elijah, I've listened to a lot of people talk about the special abilities that Sasquatch have, and a lot of it sounds very similar to what a lot of native tribes can do. Not going to go into deep, and you're totally right, Elijah. It's really even their, as I was saying before the commercial break, the abilities that Sasquatch have. A lot of people often saying that they're interdimensional transporters and they have all these. I don't buy that for a second. I just think they're so amazing and so spectacular. They're so good at what they do that a lot of people mistake their abilities for, what's the word I'm looking for, like paranormal or what the hell is happening with the what I was saying was supernatural. A lot of people will mistake the Sasquatch incredible ability for supernatural ability, and it is not. And they're exceptionally fast and strong and highly intelligent and extremely adept in their environment. But supernatural, no. I mean, like infrasound knocking you out is not supernatural. Gorillas did it to me. It's a known uh, it's a known ability that exists in the wilderness, and they just take advantage of that, right? So backwood, it's just species are incredible and amazing. So, Todd, ever thought of contacting National Geographic and inquiring on the feasibilities of grant money? Yeah, I mean, I talked to the National Geographic Channel, which is run by Fox many times, but I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this feed. We're doing so good there. Yeah, I've tried news like that, National Geographic and whatnot. So I just say yes. So I really want to get this research going on and move forward with it. So people have these parameters they give me and throw it in front of me, and I just say yes, yes, and then I go do the best I can and get it done. Hi Todd, have you seen the Russian footage of the family on the road and the Bigfoot rushing them from the side of the road? No, but yeah, go talk about it on the forum. 2 days ago, I collected a urine sample of a female Bigfoot. Wow, that's awesome. What would you do with that? A like collected urine, like you got it out of the soil? I don't even know what you would do with that. Very interesting. That's something we should really think about, right? What if I come along and tell you I know what Sasquatch smells like? I definitely know, clearly. They have a definitive smell to them. So what do I do if I come upon a patch of grass that has that smell? Do I pick it up and bring it home, put it in a plastic bag, get moldy? I don't know. That's something let's go figure that one out. That's an important question that really should be dealt with. Timothy from Tennessee. I love Tennessee. Uh, they're the masters of the woods, and you know what Brian's talking about. That's cool. They are the masters of the woods. Hello, Colorado Bigfoot's very active. High Steel 58. Sorry, I'm buffering a lot, guys. I just have to deal with it. Just take it as a commercial break, right? Has anyone used methods like remote viewing to locate these hominids? People, I am using animal communicators and being tutored by them, and I would love to do that stuff. So I'm very interested in that. The remote viewing is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Third Eye Spy is the documentary. It's real as real. It's a scientific fact, and they are because they have abilities. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What it says, are you having much luck with Sasquatch interactions this year so far? I just got to get out there. It's too early to talk about it right now. So you know, um, Samara the artist talks about elephants having special abilities with the kind of sound they do. Animals are amazing. We're learning new things all the time. And Dominic Peoples, where can samples be sent and how? Well, I did mine through Paleo DNA. So they do hair samples there. I don't know about the urine though. I don't know. Supernatural, Brian. Yes, you're correct. Hi, Todd from Puerto Rico. Hey, Carlos. DNA and urine. Yeah, I don't know how they would do that. I was always getting hairs. So, hey, Kita. The forum is on discoveringbigfoot.org. Yeah, the scat. I don't know, dude. Northern Idaho Sasquatch. Just put it in plastic and freeze it, and I'll get back to you. I don't know. I had Sasquatch scat. For scat, I just don't know. Try to find hairs in it, right? And hope it's not from another animal. But it probably would. It'd likely be from another animal, not from the Sasquatch. Bigfoot was on 4 episodes. I think there was maybe 10 he did in total, probably. Yeah, about 10. And I was on 4 of them. I love 10 to my small town home east. Love all the mountains. That's good, John Nolan. And Brian Taylor told after I went to question the state park of Caesar's Head about the Appalachian sighting, they basically escorted me out of there and told me to leave. No, Brian, that's not normal. But I don't know what to tell you. But man, Bigfoot, and my videos are up here on YouTube lots. But I don't have a television series, and I don't know how that's going to work out, if it'll happen or not. I don't know. I'd be agreeable to it if I ever did other Bigfoot shows, is the people didn't take that money and toss it back into Sasquatch research anywhere near to the level that I would. I'd be transparent. If they paid 200 grand, I'd put 100 grand at least. If they paid me $300,000, I would take $200,000 and put it right back into it. And you'd say, well, what do you do with 100 grand? I'd use that to pay all my bills that I've spent on Sasquatch research, try to catch up a little bit. So it's bizarre that they seem to read one's minds. Doesn't that sound like a humanoid for centuries ago of the acclaimed Nephilim race? Oh yeah, the Bigfoot North radio shows. They're a few years old, but they're good. They star this Todd Standing guy and Jeff Meldrum, and real cool interviews. So the 7 grandfather teachings of the indigenous people has Bigfoot. So Todd, do you believe if Sasquatches can pick up one's motives as they enter the forest? Donna, absolutely. Your intent, but this is not something that's even Sasquatch can do. If you sneak up on a deer or something, they'll know your intent. Animals, beings can feel your intent and they can see it in your body language. They can feel it in your energy. If you don't understand that, you have my sympathy because it's real. I've proven it time and time again. Your intent really matters, and the Sasquatch are the highest level of wilderness beings, the apex species. And if anybody can do it, they can, and other beings can do it. Hey, Todd, how? Maybe 60. Do you still spend time in and around Nordegg? I went to Nordegg already once this year. Too early. Took out an Australian film crew out there for one day. It was Andy and Hamish. I'll be on an Australian TV show there in the next couple of months. So Do you think they're smarter than mankind? Well, no. Technologically, I don't even know what that means. I almost find that it's a good question, but I find it who's better at this or that. Probably they're more spiritual. I mean, their wilderness skills are infinitely superior to ours, and our technological skills are off the chart. I mean, they have no technological skills really. They don't do technology. They can't do, like the phones and the computers and the electricity and the technology we have is unreal. So wilderness skill is absolutely astounding. So hello, Kyle from Milwaukee, Central Michigan Bigfoot Research. Hello, Campbell Co. Hello, Todd, visiting Canada this summer. Hey, Frank, I'm glad. Awesome. So there's lots of stuff I want to do. I want to do hiking expeditions with people just in the beautiful places and stuff like that. I absolutely love the wilderness. So I'm thinking about getting my guide license, and I'll probably do that next year and just guide people around different spots. So, um, yeah, lots of stuff going on. So if I had my ducks more organized, I already would have received my hiking guide license, and I would go do that with people. So I just love the wilderness. I love tracking. I love all the species in the wilderness. So Ash asks, so you think they are more ape than human? No, I think they're a more advanced hominid than us. They're if you're talking about apes being gorillas and chimpanzees, they're far less like gorillas and chimpanzees and orangutans than we are. They're further away genetically than we're more related to chimpanzees than they are. Hope that helps you. So you know about the Sasquatch Summit, and I just did that because Survivor Men came and Jeff Meldrum came and John Benedetto came, and I had a purpose. I was going to go raise money for my documentary, and it didn't work out. So, has anyone ever tries using it with that? Not in a billion years. What predators other than humans are there to Sasquatches? What predators other than human diseases? If that's what you're saying there, diseases would annihilate them. I think if they caught a cold like I have right now, oh my God, that would be just a gosh darn nightmare. So please be careful when you give them apples and stuff like that. You can't make them sick. That would really, you could kill the whole troop probably. Um, where are we here? Oh goodness, Hamish and Andy. Yeah, so Sammy Chicken probably knows about Hamish and Andy, and they were funny. They wanted a funny show. I can be funny too, and I really took them out to do real Sasquatch research. The time was extremely limited, and they're good guys. I love humor and laughter, so it's all good. Sorry, Todd, for chatting on your chat. I don't know what you mean, John. I think there's just way more in tune with Earth and Mother Earth. Yes, I agree with you, Brian. So totally, way, so much more connected to Earth in so many ways. So, Todd, have you ever found other researchers' information informing genetically to your site as well as meeting new researchers? I don't know. Uh, Sorry, Donna, if you're getting buffering. Maybe just try to watch it later. It seems to be doing okay on my end. Yeah, Samara the artist loves collecting herbs in the woods. That's such a cool thing. Cool medicine, right? So much we can learn from the wilderness, especially in the lusher places. So, in what scenarios could you see a Sasquatch killing or attacking a bear? Let's say an adult male grizzly. Well, Dinobot 65. Uh, I don't know if they'd want to kill a bear. They just teach it a lesson. I don't want to kill bears. I'd like to teach it a lesson. I think bears are not stupid enough to really mess with the Sasquatch. I think bears are taught from a young age to be afraid of Sasquatch. I think a lot of bears run away from people thinking the person might be a Sasquatch. So I think the relationship between bears and Sasquatch is a bear can smell a Sasquatch, and a bear is going to be taught to be afraid of him. And Sasquatch, a bear's ass. I've been witness to that transpiring. So, and when I'm in Sasquatch habitat, there's far less wolf and bear activity. I see virtually nothing from mountain lions in there, so that should tell you something right there. The bears, the wolves, and the mountain lions know to stay out of Sasquatch habitat. So, Brian Wingfull, Ozzy Baza. I've seen three in an 8-month period, smelt them, been growled at, had intense feelings one time. I was frozen in my tracks. I felt like danger. I got the hell out of there. That Brian Wingfull, just go to the forum. It sounds very interesting. Do you think Harry and the Hendersons movie was based on a true story? Nope. Oh no, I don't think so. But I don't know. So take Mullen, take Mullen for that chest. Yeah, there's all sorts of herbs and stuff. I just need to get better and rest and take care of myself. It sucks I can't work out and get fit right now, but you got to do what you got to do. Um, oh, hey, Andrew knows about the telepathy with my pets going. I've just been, I haven't been working on it. I'm sorry. I haven't been working on it as much as I should. Just been behind and just hammered with all sorts of weird stuff I have to do. So, do they shed fur? No, Smelly, you do right. Their hair is the same as ours. All primates have hair, not fur, so they're not going to be. Could prompt them to track you and visit your home. You home? No, but that'd be nice. That'd be awesome. I actually live in a spot now where the Sasquatch come right up to my yard. That would be amazing. Um, so yeah, and if you're spamming us, please stop spamming us. You're ticking off Amanda. A 2-year-old bear attacked a kid here in Utah this week, and they had to euthanize it. That sucks. So why don't you film a Bigfoot fighting a bear? Oh, there was no way I was filming that footage. I barely got the circumstantial evidence to know that it had transpired. I didn't know it was happening until it was over. I mean, filming that, holy shit. Sorry. Oops. Oh, holy moly. That'd have been amazing, but I wasn't even close to filming that. When you're out in the wilderness and all the stuff that's going on, all the trees are in your way, the mountains and the terrain, and things happen so fast, and it's so impossible to get footage of things. It's so extremely difficult. You could have your camera rolling all the time, as I do, and by the time you zoom in, get focused, you're in the right spot, the right lighting. It's just so crazily impossible that, yeah. So, yeah, the coyotes do stay away, right? I've actually, I actually witnessed in Montana a Sasquatch chasing a coyote. The coyote had ticked off the Sasquatch. We actually thought the coyote was going into possibly a burial area. And that Sasquatch, you ever seen a coyote run? You want to see a coyote run fast? Watch when a Sasquatch is chasing it. And what I saw was the coyote coming out of the wilderness into more open areas. This is in Montana where they have cow pasture areas like crazy. They have black Angus there. The coyote would try to come out of the wilderness, and you see this shadowy figure moving along as fast as that coyote could run in open terrain. That Sasquatch, which was it had to be a Sasquatch. It was huge and tall, upright, moving bipedally. It happened so fast, but that Sasquatch was able to maintain, keep up with that coyote. The coyote was running in an open area, and the Sasquatch was running in the wilderness beside it. And in moments where the coyote would like take a shortcut, and the Sasquatch would go around and cut him off. The Sasquatch, as the coyote came back to the wilderness, it would just kind of it would go into the bush for a second, and then you hear it squeal, and you hear smashing, and then it would come back out and run a different direction. And you're like, wow, the Sasquatch moved around faster through the wilderness, cut that coyote off, and then whooped its ass and kicked it back out. And you could, I'll tell you this too, that coyote, the Sasquatch did not want to kill that coyote because it wouldn't have survived. If that coyote was going to be dead, the Sasquatch would have killed it. So, Todd, do you think that maybe Lloyd Powell's right about Bigfoot being the end? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The Lloyd Powell's, that's cool. Welcome to Florida Crypto. Hope you enjoy. Yes, welcome, says Danielle. Welcome, says Todd Standing. Call myself Todd Standing. St. Helens eruption had to leave bodies. I don't know, Frank. I don't know. What I saw in 1970 did not have a snout like a bear, flat, burned in my memory. Yeah, congratulations, Klein. If you had a Sasquatch sighting, congratulations. Okay, but I do personal training. Samantha, the artist, does personal training, so rest. You can use dumbbells in bed because of it. But thank you for your advice. Todd, a few weeks ago, there was a discussion regarding Sasquatch and swimming capabilities. Would the fact that they have thick tissue assist them? I think no, I think they'd be terrible swimmers. I think their muscles are just thick and dense and heavy and low body fat. I think they'd be terrible swimmers, but that's my theory. Could be wrong. Could those big feet big paddles? But I don't think so. I think they would sink like a stone. So, hello from Idaho. That's Justin Hayes. Hey Amanda, good evening. Bigfoot must not like the taste. Buffering's been pretty good. Okay. Hi, Amanda. Where are we? Bigfoot must not let go. Okay, we saw that. I'm just going to do a few more questions, guys. We're at about an hour here. So, Eskimo people cannot swim because their bones are thicker than ours and they sink. Well, there you go, Rodney Harris. And Sasquatch are going to have heavy bones, right? Heavy muscles. They're so powerful. These are things that are adding up to me. Like gorillas are terrible swimmers because I don't know. I'd love to see it, but yeah. So Todd, what species has the better sense of smell, Sasquatch or bears? Definitely bears. Definitely bears. Definitely wolves. I mean, just in the biology, that bears got that long, had great sense of smell, but I've seen them have at least a very good sense of smell. They could smell things that I touched a tree once. I'm not a again. I don't know how to say this. I'm very clean. I'm not me. I'm being honest about that. And I touched a tree once with my hand, and the Sasquatch came along and smelled that and reacted profoundly to it. So they have a very good sense of smell, but I would never compare it to bears. So or wolves, even mountain lions. I don't. They probably have better sense of smell. Best human swimmers have very little fat as well. You're right. Yeah, there's a good. See, now we got another perspective. The best human swimmers have very little. They're ripped and lean as hell. The best swimmers, but can power through the water. So yeah, maybe Bigfoot could do the same. Maybe you're right. So I love the discussion. It's wonderful to discuss and talk things. And yeah. So how about 22 years ago? I was sitting at the treadle sewing machine using only kerosene light, trying to sew some item around the midnight hour. I felt prompted again towards a slide yard at the window. I'm assuming, Susan, you had a Sasquatch sighting. That's very cool. And we're talking lots about Sasquatch swimming. I like that topic. That's a good one. So, Florida crypto. Do you live in a Bigfoot area? I live in a Bigfoot area, absolutely. The bugaboos are right close to where I live. And I saw profound evidence of recent Sasquatch activity in the bugaboos. I was even going to GPS that and put that out there for people to look at. Bugaboo is Celtic. It means like big hairy creature in the wilderness. So it's really famous for Sasquatch. But I've never had, haven't done as much research there as I'd like to. And I don't want to spread myself out too thin. I'm going to stick with radium. Birds warn them of presence. Birds would warn. Looks like I'm getting low down here. Harry and the Hendersons was based on real life. It was my family that had a real Sasquatch. Okay. I saw them, and yeah, some of them were clearly a Chewbacca mask. Any Sasquatch ever sighted near my house? Yes. Within, I would say, 40 kilometers, which would be about 30 miles of my house. And Tracy asked me, do you believe in telepathy with Sasquatch? I don't believe it. I know it. I live it. I breathe it. Bigfoot.org and go to the forum. Amanda's there managing that very, very well. And that's it for this week's show. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. And there'll be more next week. So yeah, we'll do more. And it's been awesome doing this show with you guys. So lots. I want to make some big announcements, but I'm just not 100% on them yet. And I like to underpromise and overdeliver. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. And we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.